In 2013, I was involved in an on-duty fatal shooting. There was a gas station that I would stop at every night. And some shifts I would stop there 2-3 times a shift because there's not a lot open on midnights. And this particular night, it happened to be a quiet shift. There wasn't a lot of radio traffic. So it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. And I stopped at this gas station and I go to use the bathroom. And literally, as I'm stepping out of the bathroom, I see someone running into the store, and it looked like to me they had on a Halloween mask, and they had a very big knife. I mean, it was. I draw my weapon. I tell the person to drop it. The person doesn't drop it. I discharge my weapon, and as fast as I saw the person was gone. They ended up going outside of the store 33 feet. And collapsed outside of the store. I didn't know that at the time. I just stayed inside of the little mart until help arrived. I went to the hospital that night. Stayed in the hospital almost to the next day, and I got discharged from the hospital. So my wife comes back home, and we stay in the house for a full day. But the second day, I just needed to get out. I wanted some fresh air. I distinctly remember, I said to myself, I felt okay, I'm parking the car, and as I'm parking the car, I distinctly remember seeing somebody with a mask. But the mask in itself, when I look back in retrospect, wasn't out of place because this event happened late October. I think the shooting was October 23rd. So the day that we went out must have been like October 26th. So the mask wasn't out of place. It was cold. It's winter, New England. But seeing the mask made me laser focus on this person. And I just kept saying the mask, the mask, the mask. And I was having a flashback of the event. And I remember my wife had to shake me. And it was almost like I was in a trance. And after that experience, I was like, well, is that normal? Am I crazy? Is there something wrong with me? Because my wife could ask me what's wrong. And I couldn't explain it. So after that experience, I remember I reached out to an Army chaplain who I knew, who had been around death, been on a few deployments, I just kind of wanted to learn what is normal. What should I feel like? Because I didn't know. Then I get another recommendation from someone else, and I get up enough courage to go meet with this person, and I drive to another state, like an hour and a half away, to talk to a police psychologist because I needed more information. See, I had a script for encountering the bad guy who had the knife, because we spent so many training, I was doing that. I got a script for that. I know what to do. I know what to expect. I know how to respond. But when it came to mental health and wellness, I didn't have a script. I didn't have a playbook to go by. So I didn't know. So I go to a police psychologist in another state, hour and a half away. And even though I went an hour and a half away to another state, I still didn't even park in this person's office park because of that stigma. I was too embarrassed. Somebody might be following me. Somebody might see me here. I would go get a pizza, eat pizza, and then walk a couple of blocks to this person's office because I was embarrassed. It's ingrained in us that we're the ones that you call when you need help. So we're not inclined to ask for help. It's important for me to be here today because I wasn't always able to share my story. And I believe the fact that I can tell my story is a sign of post-traumatic growth. And I know from my experience in the law enforcement community, there's a stigma with asking for help. And if by sharing my story I can help someone else, I believe it's worth it.